California is getting closer now to the big payout for reparations. Their plan is to pay every black resident of California $1.2 million. Wow.
Do I have to document that someone in my family
It doesn't say. Now, in previous stories,
They talk
seen
about
that,
documentation. You had to be able to prove that a family member somewhere in the bloodline was a slave. Right?
Now, I think they may have dropped that because they're talking about every black resident of California. Wow. That's what this says. And that they would get $1.2 million per black resident. Wow. So California is going to be paying people who were never slaves from a state that never practiced slavery. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Here is one of the quotes from, let's see see if I can see who made this. I think somebody on the reparations committee.
Okay.
Economists advising California's task force on reparations have at long last released an estimate of the damages caused by the state's history of slavery and its many vestiges of white supremacy. It doesn't have a history of slavery. What are you talking about? Again, when California joined the Union, they were not a slave state, nor did they ever become one. Bizarre. Now, the $1.2 million, apparently, they're not giving everybody over $1 million in a lump sum. That's over a lifetime.
Oh, that can't be. That won't stand.
No, they won't stand for that. I'll bet that's not tolerated.
That won't stand.
What do you mean? You're going to give me $35,000 a month or a year? It's probably like that.
Yeah.
It's probably $35,000 a year for, 30 years or whatever it would take.
Right.
It'd be close to 30. So, what does that break down to every month? It's a lot, though, for California, who doesn't have the money. They're deeply in debt, and most estimates put the figure at $800 billion. $800 billion. All right. Good luck, California.
Boy, no kidding.
Might be a good time to leave the state because they seem to be incredibly serious about this.
ASAP, man. Get out of there.
I mean, when we used to talk about slavery reparations, it was almost joked about and laughed about because people believed, that can't happen.
Can't happen.
We haven't had slavery for, 160 years.
And there was no real way to do it.
Right.
I mean,
yes. And who gets it? Who gets the payment?
Right.
If you just say every black resident, okay, well, how black do I have to be? What if I'm 1/8?
Correct.
What if I'm 1/25? What if I'm 1/2000th? Is that enough? If you're half and half, do you get it?
I mean, the Indian rolls go down to the 8th, right? You can get on the rolls up to the 8th.
It's an 8th or 16th. I can't remember
16th,
which.
16th.
Yeah, 16th, you don't have to have a lot. 1/16th.
Right, yeah, 16th.
But for this, and, you mentioned, do you have
to be able to prove it?
Do your ancestors have to have been slaves or what? I mean, how does this work? Like if you came from Africa, is it different than if you come from the Caribbean? I don't know. That's really hard to determine.
Not according to this administration.
No, it does, and
Kamala.
not according to this article. It's just a flat everybody who's black in the state. So, again, I don't know how much black blood you have to have to get the payment, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to are going to be able to produce at least the minimum amount of blackness because they're working on it right now.
Yeah.
The difference is between not getting the million or getting the million. I think you're going to make some strides there to try to make that happen. Aren't you? There's other states considering this as well. Several other states are thinking about doing it. In April, Detroit's reparation task force met. Detroit, where you can buy a home for $1. They're in such economic straits in Detroit. How could they possibly pay reparations? Kofi Kenyatta, a senior policy director of Up Together, told the task force reparations can mean a lot of things, but it must include no strings attached, direct cash to black people, and systemic change throughout all levels.
What does that mean? systemic change?
What
does that mean?
It just means that I guess, we have to have, we just up the ante in every possible way. No question. We up the ante in every possible way for minorities, whether that's quotas in the job market or reduced price on housing or whatever the case may be. They're entitled to that. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah, no, I know.
And direct cash to black people. Incredible. I mean, it's incredible. And I'm guessing this is insulting to many in the black community. Certainly would be to me. Look,
many others are going to be happy to take the cash.
Oh yeah.
So if any of these places do finally pass and start giving out reparations money, if you're selling goods and services, whatever those goods and services are, I would be hawking my wares in those areas.
No question.
They're going to have some extra cash.
Yes, they are. Yep, like $1.2 million of it, but not all at once, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. That's only going to cost $800 billion to the state of California. $800 billion. Oof. And they're doing so well, they'll barely even feel that impact, I'm sure, once it happens, right? Because California, they're on top of things. I mean, look at the job Gavin Newsom has done and how great at planning they are. Just the right amount of reservoirs, to store water. So it doesn't just run right back into the ocean. Wait.
No.
Their burn policy of their forests, so good. That's why there's hardly ever a wildfire out of control in California.
I mean, they're...
Oh, wait. Again. Hang on. No, I'm thinking of the opposite.
Their access to energy and power.
Right?
Perfect.
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 It's the best.